Hello and welcome to the first episode of What's Your Opinion? The three gentlemen here have kindly invited me on, and the four of us are going to talk about watches and probably have varying opinions on watches. And we would also love to know what's your opinion. So remember to comment down below as well.
Okay, so let's see what we've all got on the wrist. So now that we've got a new special presenter here, Sam, you go first.
Wonderful. Well, I didn't actually mention what today's show was about, so I quickly get that in. So today's was what does your watch say about you? Do we have watch stereotypes? So I am wearing one of my favorite watches, but I often, as a woman wearing a watch, get a bit of a stereotype. Go into a shop and you get shown the small ladies' diamond watches. So I am wearing my lovely 43mm Bremont Alt 1C chronograph.
Excellent.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Andy.
Ooh, so I'm wearing the new piece. So 50s. Let's see if I can get to
what's still in the collection?
Yeah.
Very nice.
For now. Hang on, let me get. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Gold 50s Omega Seamaster. There we go.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. Johnny. Oh, that could be a surprise today, couldn't it? I think it's going to be a surprise.
Yeah. Yes, is well, I own this, but it's not what you're thinking it is. This is the Elliot Brown Holden Professional Bond Day.
Mixed it up last minute.
Mixed it up. Great watch. Yes, as issued to the Special Boat Service. Excellent.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, and me, I have got my Seiko Paddy Diver Pepsi bezel on an Uncle Seiko Japanese strap. So
yes,
not one I wear that often on the show, but
excellent
watch. Great.
How do you find that strap? Is that the one with the little ridges at the top? Because people complain like hell about them.
No, I like it. I prefer.
I like mine as well. I've got one with a strap.
Gives it some give.
People don't like them. People don't like those straps. A lot of people complain about them. I think it's a great
but this has got
strap.
a kind of a almost like tattoo-y kind of. Let's get on the main picture. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see that, but it's them ridges at the
the ridge. Yeah, there you go. See the way
that stretchy ridges. People complain about them.
Do they stretch that much? I've never really sort of tried one.
Not
that a thing?
No, they're not like. It's not like a.
No, the strap's
it's not elastic.
People just complain. It's pretty stiff, I think, around that, so it doesn't really mold around your wrists. But I have no complaints with it. But people.
I like it. I think it's just when you go, you can tell when you actually. Through it, and it fits around the wrist nicer, I think.
Excellent.
So that concludes our wrist check. So, what are we talking about today, Sam? What's the topic?
Yeah, so is it what does your watch say about you? What stereotypes? I love playing the game on the tube, on the train, where you see, you spot a watch and then you kind of make the backstory about the person depending on what watch they wear. Does anyone else do that?
Yep, I do that.
Yeah. If I went on a train enough, I would do actually. But
it's a great game to play.
But a classic example of that is every time I see someone wearing a Rolex Day-Date, I think either they're like a CEO or a watch person who knows the Rolexes, who wants a gold piece in the collection, if they're an enthusiast, or they're like some sort of high flyer in their career or in their job or something, or they're just rich and that's the Rolex they wanted. I think for me that kind of generates that gives it those kind of connotations to it. The Day-Date. Again, it's also like there's a presidential watch professional. Very people in high places would wear that. I don't know. For me,
you think the gold version.
Yeah, with the gold dial as well.
So I think gold version. It's kind of it goes a bit back like 80s. Kind of a bit gangster. Maybe in Marbella.
You say
maybe that's more of a.
You say that, yeah. Tony Soprano, yes, he wore that as well. And I think a lot of people in the 90s and noughties, cottoned on from him. But that being an 80s kid, that gold watch vibe and the Rolex and it's just the bracelet. So I've seen RJ Brewer from Fratello, he has one and it just suits him. And Tristiano TGV from the Urban Gentry, he's got one. Two very different people, but it just, if you wear it right and you wear it like you should be wearing it, I think it just gives it kind of boss vibes to it.
And how would you wear, when you say wear it right, pal, how do you mean exactly? Do you want to elaborate on that?
I think you don't have to dress it up completely. It doesn't have to be, you can only wear it with a suit and tie or tuxedo or
shirt and jeans.
You can wear it with anything. It's just how you wear it. It's as if it's you're not constantly rummaging around looking at it or flashing it off and stuff. It's just you have to because it's a very, very, very blingy, not bling because it's diamonds on it, but it's a very standout watch, and it can be misconstrued as flashy and just
peeking out from behind a suit would be quite. And on the gold bracelet as well.
Yes, the presidential bracelet is what actually makes it, I think, with the fluted bezel as well. 36 mil. I'm not a big fan of the 40 mils. I think the 40 mil is good. Looks more modern, but if you see some of the 36, to me, it goes back to like 80s very classic kind of.
Yeah, and early
gold watches meant
that
something.
Size, 36 mil is that size. When it came out, that watch would have been amongst the 36 mil world, wouldn't it? Because small watches. So 40
it's
mil.
Almost as if
too big.
It's almost as if that's the only what you can almost have that. You can imagine during that era that was the only watch someone had was this is my gold. Yeah, they wouldn't have like 10 other watches or 20 other watches. They would just have that, and that was their pride and joy.
That was the top of the pile.
The milestone.
Definitely. That makes a lot of sense.
So, what does that make you guys think about it? What feelings do you get from apart from the 80s vibe, like you said, Sam?
Yeah, I think I keep thinking. I mean, that I don't quite see the day-date, like you say, the executive. My mind goes to like a yellow gold Submariner or a yellow gold Yachtmaster, and somebody, in marbs with their sleeves, rolled up and just catching the light, just on purpose, maybe blinding someone. So, a different kind of Rolex, different kind of person.
The day-date reminds me of, I don't know, J.R. Ewing. I imagine it's something he would wear. Anyone remember Dallas?
That's a good call, actually.
That's a good call. You've got to be of a certain age, youngsters, to remember Dallas. Just Google it. But you can immediately imagine someone like J.R. Ewing, like an oil tycoon wearing something
alpha
like that.
male as well. Yeah, very 100%, alpha.
Exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. As I owned one, so. Thanks for the compliment.
Oh, yes, another one. another
Where is it?
It's gone down.
So what do we think about gold Amigas? I mean, what about people that wear gold Amigas on a strap?
Oh well, I think.
There you go. Tossers,
That's the taste, I'd say.
It reminds me of a Yorkshireman living in Spain with leather buttons on the shirt.
It's about right. Yeah.
Andy's looks it looks cool. It's on the leather strap and stuff. I probably think you look a bit too young, Andy, to be really rocking it properly.
I couldn't see it wearing a day-date. No, a day-date.
Not that one. No, it's on the strap.
Day-date on a gold. No, it's too young a watch for you. To be absolutely honest, it really is. Seriously, I
didn't feel that way when I had it. To be honest, what I didn't like about it was it was very hard to wear just because of any little bit of sun what touched the surface of that watch, and it was just blinging. So from a
sunglasses on all time.
Just on the train, if it just sneaked out a little bit, it was just maybe a little too much, I'd say. But in the right circumstances, it's a great piece to wear.
Yeah, love it.
Excellent.
I just have one to follow on a little bit from it, but I don't want to be too Rolex heavy, so I'm going to keep it brief. But just from sort of working in a bit of a repairs background, there's always the same kind of lady that brought in a lady Datejust, usually steel and gold, on the stretchy, like the most stretched, worn bracelet, and it smells of heavily of perfume. It might have a bit of her fake tan on there as well. And
nice.
again, she's probably 55 to 65, and she's just worn this lady date just, maybe she got it, her husband bought it for her on holiday on a cruise somewhere. And she's worn it every day since, and that's hate stereotype, but that is definitely. And actually, just leading a little bit, if she hasn't got a lady date just, and she's got a Longines Grand Classique, also either gold or steel and gold. That's the. I was trying to give her a name as well. I couldn't come up with a name.
No, you can. Please tell us. Add to the show. We can always add names.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Finish the novel off. You've got,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I come up with a name, I'll let you know in a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a Karen watch.
Yeah, I know. I did. I wasn't quite going Karen. I feel like Karen, the office manager's got something else, but she's not. Yeah, maybe not like that.
IMAX,
So every time you see that one of those, like online, or it comes through your concierge service, which you run very well, is that what do you think of this non-Karen or whoever this not quite Karen person?
Yeah,
Karen's still there.
Yeah, I mean, probably that. I haven't. I've got one in at the moment actually, but it's got a different backstory to it. So actually, it didn't come from that kind of lady. But yeah, if I were to get one in for repair, maybe that's the thing. Maybe these women, they don't sell them. Like I say, they've got them for their wedding anniversary, and they don't come up for sale very often. So it's more of a repair thing, and it's usually because the bracelet's broken, because it's right. Those Jubilee bracelets. Actually, somebody asked me to source one for their daughter's 25th birthday, and they actually asked for an oyster bracelet, and I said yes, that is perfect, because it's not going to be anywhere near as worn as the Jubilees. So yeah, I would say if you're going for an older one, go for that.
Brilliant.
So are there any other sort of women? I mean, like I said earlier, I get a lot of you must like sort of diamond watches. Are there any other kind of like female stereotypes, do you think, when it comes to watches?
Ooh,
good.
You've got to be careful now. We don't want to upset women.
I think women can wear a 36mm Day-Date as well, and it look really cool. And that actually would look like they know their watches. If I assume the goal to get that flashy aspect, but I think if a woman well dressed or just casually dressed and wore one of those, you would think she knows her watches. It's a very nice piece.
Yeah, I actually saw women on the train wearing a Kermit, like an old Kermit, and I was like, "That's cool." And I think she caught me looking a little bit, because she did look a bit worried. But I was like,
yeah, excellent.
Yeah,
I think also maybe a Seamaster looks quite good on a woman.
Yeah,
I think Seamasters look good, like the classic, right? The Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
That's a nice piece.
I mean, Seamasters are sort of going back to people that know a little bit about watches. I think a Seamaster's a good. Anyone can wear one, and get a bit of a nod of approval. Like,
like that one.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go.
Lined it up nicely.
Because that is my what you say about I just think that is just pure class. Not just because it's mine. Have you owned
it for long?
I've had it a year, just about a year. I think it was about the London Watch Show last year. I got it just before then, around that time. I ordered it just before the London Watch Show, so March last year. Yeah, great, love it. At the moment, it's on a mesh bracelet I bought a few months ago, but I've got it on the proper bracelet, and it goes on a NATO. It goes on anything. It nearly is a one and done watch, because you can wear it with a suit. You can wear it casual. You can wear it on the mesh bracelet, the bracelet that came with it. You can put it on a NATO. You can put it on a leather one. It just it's an absolute strap monster, and it's a fantastic. I think it's a fantastic watch. It's a really cool looking watch.
Yeah.
So, I think.
So, what do you think when you see somebody wearing that watch, Anne? What do you think about them? What does it say about them?
It says they're very cool, and they are very cool, and they have got a good choice. They've got a good choice in watches. They know their watches, and they know a good, interesting, classic watch.
Yeah, I think value for money, isn't it? The Seamaster, it just ticks. All of those boxes.
All
like
the boxes. Yeah, completely. I just love it.
It comes across as a watch person's watch as well. It's not.
Yeah.
There's no. Apart from slightly, the only thing I could say is like a bit kind of James Bond wannabe type stereotype to it.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing I can say about it. Just because when Brosnan came out with those and at work, so many people had them. I think I've said this before on shows before. 3 people on my desk in our team, our boss and 2 other guys used to wear one, and then a couple of guys on the other team on the desk down there. It was just like, okay, ended up buying a Speedmaster in the end because it was a bit.
I mean, it's the Bond connection that made me get it. I mean, I wanted the Pierce Brosnan one. It is.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is cool. I wouldn't get it. If it was, I wouldn't get it if it was an ugly looking watch. I think it's just a real nice looking watch.
Yeah,
very cool.
It is nice. Yeah. And that bracelet that mesh bracelet you got on actually makes it look just like the new 60-year anniversary. I couldn't tell the difference.
I got it from Amazon, and I just thought to myself, I've never seen what. I mean, obviously I've seen the No Time to Die, which was different. When I saw the new one, with where the face looks very, very similar to this, with that mesh bracelet, I thought that just really works. Let's just try and get a mesh bracelet. So I got this on Amazon. It just quick release as well. It looks so good on it. It just looks brilliant.
Yeah.
No, I really like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Going back to ladies' watches, I don't know what you guys think about this. I always imagine that there's a woman, not old, but kind of 40 and above, the Longines Dolce Vita. It just seems like there was a time when that's all everyone had. I've got a nice watch, and me and my husband have bought his and hers ones and stuff. I have seen that a few times as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think like I say, on like cruise ships, and I think I remember hearing some crazy figure once, but I can't remember what it was now. But in the sort of Middle East, Far East, like the size of the Grand Classique and the Dolce Vita, it just like they're selling so many millions. Demands. I guess because women are that bit shorter, that bit smaller, and then the watch is that bit smaller, so it does really well over.
Yeah. Do you think that some women buy? Do you think women buy watches, because they're famous women buy them? Do they do that? Like, for instance, Lady Di. Did she have a watch that people went out and then bought because she had one? Do people have like that? I mean.
Maybe to a degree, but I don't think there was the word I'm kept looking for, kind of the influence and the coverage on watches like there is now. I think a magazine's more likely to report on what dress she's wearing, what shoes she's wearing, what handbag she has, before they get down to the watches.
So, I mean, that one that Paul mentioned a minute, which I don't know, did any famous person wear that Deutsche Vita? Does that come from influence?
I don't know anyone famous, but it was very popular amongst people, women, and like I say, above 40 and above and stuff. You'd always again at a place or just out on a party or something.
Yeah, I think there is a kind of a wife marriage, husband present buying element to it, and maybe it's part of the swatch group again. They go into their retailer where they bought their Amiga watch from, and actually I should probably buy the wife something at the same time, and there's a cabinet with a what price are
too
they?
Loud?
It was fixed, £400 to £600 quartz steel and gold watch in it. So and it's quite slim and quite easy to wear, I guess.
Excellent.
So for Michael one, the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Control Ultra Thin is what that says about the person who wears that means they're really into horology. They appreciate true watchmaking and a brand what's a proper watchmaker. They say it's the watchmaker's watchmaker, right? So it's just so much heritage, so much history, and a really underappreciated brand. So nobody would choose that brand to show off, to flex. You choose that brand if you actually love that piece for what it is. So if I saw somebody with that piece on, I'd be like, okay, you're a real watch enthusiast.
You wouldn't think it's not one to spot. The spotters wouldn't know what the hell they're looking at, would they? They think it's like a fancy
No.
Apple Watch, wouldn't they? And that's no
Well,
expect. The spotters are after blingy gold. Should we say Rolex?
well, it's still a gold
really
piece. You know, you can have it in rose gold. It's 39mm. It's a good size.
Yeah.
Exhibition back, beautiful profile. It's a piece I've always aspired to have. I've nearly had the opportunity to have one, but passed up a few times. So
Wow.
I'm sure it will pass by my hands at some point. Maybe not today.
Sure.
Yeah.
You might not have noticed. You might have bought one and not
I'll
noticed
wear
and
it for
sold
a
it.
day. You know.
Are you sure? Yeah. Are you sure you've not had one
Forgot
and
about
got
it.
rid? Are you sure you've not had one and got rid of it? Yeah.
It could have happened. It could have happened. Yeah.
What is it about that JLC of all the other JLCs that gives you that feeling? Because there's a lot in their range.
It's a huge range. I just think that one is pure class. Understated, slim, sleek, and it's not taking watchmaking to an extreme of going, you know, wafer thin. It's just a perfect kind of profile in depth, and just the way it sits on the wrist and just the elegance of that piece is stunning. Like, you can have it with various different movements. I just prefer it in the most classic format, time only, but you can have it with moon phase as well, for example, if you want to.
So is this? I mean, I wouldn't want to sort of say stereotype, but say it's a gentleman. Is he? You know, he's wearing it round the boardroom table. He's wearing it lunch with the in-laws, but maybe he's not wearing it when he goes mountain biking. Do we think?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. not an extreme sports watch. Right? Just office watch or dinner watch for sure.
Yeah,
but,
actually, yeah. I would like to say, dress watch. You know, dress up for an occasion and put it on. Yeah,
definitely. But for me, I think it's uber cool.
Is that their sport? Which is their sports version? JLC. They have, I think, Master Control. Is that
Like
because they're kind of trying to go sporty, aren't they? With one of them.
Yeah. So they have different. Gosh, it's so vast, right? Their catalog.
So the ultra thin, is dressy, but they are trying to go in that kind of sports kind of area. Right?
Yeah, I think they have Master Control sports pieces as well.
Diver,
The diver, yeah. Which
I think the Memo Box is a little bit. Some of the newer Memo Boxes that bit bigger and bulkier and a bit sporty.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
The Memo Box.
Yeah, but the new, like the bigger, chunkier Memo Box. Because I had a vintage one, so I'm kind of a bit. You should stick to upsize the classic.
A friend of mine's got one, and I do like it. It's a blue dial, and the blue dial looks really stunning. And it probably is a bit of a crossover. I think I have seen bigger ones. Is there like a Memovox Master Control crossover? It might be sort of.
I believe so.
That.
Yeah.
And that is that bit chunkier. Like you say, they've probably got to have an element of sports watches to their collection. But...
Yeah. So what about watches we hate then? Which watches don't we like? So for me, it's gone back to Rolex, and I love Rolex. I think we all love Rolex, but it's just certain pieces what don't do it for me. And I've got to say, the Yachtmaster 2, I just hate everything about it, especially the all yellow gold. The dial just offends me. There's too much going on for one thing, and that is definitely the Marbella sleeve tattoo. Big bling watch. It's just nothing what I can say good about that piece personally. Apart from it's a quality Rolex, but everything else about it, is design style. It's
race your yacht. You can time it in there.
Yeah, it's vulgar. That's the word. It's a vulgar watch, I think. It's for somebody who really wants to, who would go for that watch. Somebody who made a quick buck in crypto. Somebody who just suddenly, an overnight millionaire in crypto. What's a watch I can flash to everybody to show I'm successful? It's
like it's a 5 a.m. Poker tournament. You're out of chips. Throw your gold Rolex onto the table.
Throw it in. Yeah.
You're out of cigars. Throw your Rolex in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that, because I didn't really get it. I never quite understood the whole Yachtmaster 2 thing, and it is kind of, I suppose, south of Spain. I kind of see what you're saying with that. But I'd have met one person in particular, and it actually really suited them. And they're not that, they like their watches, they like their gold watches, but it actually looked, I saw it in a completely different light, actually, when it suits someone.
Yeah.
Who, maybe you could say they kind of had a bit of that image, but not entirely. You know, they were quite sporty and stuff as well. So I think sometimes I've renewed my opinion on it because I've seen it on someone and it suited them and wore it as well. It's so heavy as well. You wear it and you kind of think, wow, this is a proper chunk
it's a chunky
of a watch.
piece, yeah.
But I see what you mean about the associations that go with it. But it's
yeah, it's not even just the association though. It's just for me, just the dial is not. It is too much going on. For me.
Yachtmaster written on it. Yachtmaster 2 actually written out.
Just in case you didn't know, and then I don't like the I can appreciate why somebody would like it, and it doesn't mean everybody who buys that fits into that category. Not to offend any viewer
comment below
on that piece.
Comment below.
Yes, if you own one, put in the comments below before you hit the unsubscribe button. Put in the comments.
Subscribe, then like the show as well, and then definitely put a comment in. Tell us what you think so far.
I'll send us a picture. Send a picture to our Instagram account and show us how to wear it.
Yes.
How to rock the Yachtmaster 2. Johnny, what do you reckon?
Some people can.
Garish. Talk about Garish. The AP Royal Double Oak balanced wheel open work. So basically, it's like it's got an open face, so you can hardly really see the time quickly, but it's got all the mechanics going on because it's got no proper dial. But then the whole thing just covered in diamonds, like the bracelet is covered in diamonds. I mean, it's even got diamonds on the crown. It is just garish. It's just it's like somebody's. I mean, it's the one I saw was 1,756,000. So even if you're a millionaire, you can't buy it. You know what I mean? You've got to be a multi-millionaire. It won't cut it. You know. So it's like someone who's just won the Euro Millions big time. You know, like 40 million, one winner. And he doesn't know, so he just goes out and buys the most. You know, he doesn't buy it because he likes it. He buys it because it's 1,756,000. I've just bought this watch, and I've just spent that much on it, and it's just horrible.
Yeah,
you just imagine that, like with I don't know, just buying having a Rockweiler, a gold chain round the neck, and this, that watch, that watch.
So who would have it then? You're kind of going rap star almost.
I don't know.
I think you're saying new money, aren't you? You know,
new money,
new money,
really new money,
yeah. It's not. It's somebody who's just gone from nothing to getting 40 million and just going out and showing people how much money they've got. Not by
he's going to the club. He's going to the front of the queue and saying, "Here, I want to get into VIP."
Yeah. He's got these horrible. I mean, I've never seen a bracelet like it. The whole brace is just covered in diamonds. It's like ridiculous. It's just...
If 50 Cent were wearing it, then it maybe
that's right.
Or Jay-Z or somebody like this.
That's
actually,
right.
I Jay-Z he's got some good watches.
He's more understated.
Everything. He's got the Tiffany blue 5711. So that's not. I know. I think maybe not so much him, but it's a kind of rappers, rockers, because we saw that. The leopard Daytona. I love that one. Do you? No way.
I want to wear it for a weekend in Vegas.
Yeah, okay, you can wear it there. Yeah, but you wouldn't wear it
get away with it.
To the shops, to Tesco's, would you?
Somebody's worn those.
Waitrose, Waitrose.
But like the rapper has made his thing as rapper, but not somebody from, say, the UK who's just gone from nothing to 40 million. It's and rocking that. It's not the right kind of. It's just horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Cool. So diamonds don't do it for you. Diamonds aren't Johnny's best friend.
Diamonds don't do it on a watch for me anyhow, but certainly not. Certainly not all over the bracelet. Just really not.
I think diamonds can work as hour markers. I've seen a white gold Amiga, which has diamond hour markers. And it's a men's one, and it looks really class. It looks really class. Yeah.
I love I do love the platinum Daytona. And I think again because it's kind of understated because not everyone knows it's platinum, but if you know, you know.
Yes.
My only problem with it is that I want it with the diamond battens because they are kind of big baguettes. But I like it with the brown chapter rings, and you can't have you can only have one or the other.
You
You
can't
can't
have both.
So that I don't know which one I'd go for.
Well, you're in a very lucky position to be able to choose one.
Yeah.
Yes, watch concierge services must be doing very well.
Platona coming in. I might just get Rolex to make me a special one with
custom order.
Actually, yeah. Or maybe I'll just get like a steel one and no, I couldn't do that. Put a fake dial on it.
No. There'll be somebody out there who'll make one. George
there probably is one out there. Yeah,
George Bamford does something with Rolexes for people, doesn't he? I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure he would do.
Yeah, I'm sure you can ask him.
I mean, I'll just be quick, but following on from yours a bit, mine was kind of like the Hublot again, open skeleton dial, big chunky footballer. Kind of he got his first paycheck and he's gone in and he went, I want the biggest one. I'm going to go for that big flashy thing.
The Ferrari as well. I'll buy a red Ferrari and I'll buy one of those.
The only Hublot, I don't know if anyone's seen it, but I do have the anti-Hublot, which is this tiny little Hublot, and I love it because it's the anti-Hublot. The rest of them. But even when I try them on, they're so like I don't mind a big watch, but when I try them on, they go too wide. You can't bend the straps around your wrist, so
no, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, that's my.
Yeah, I think I've seen Submariners and GMTs. These are the two, particularly in the Rolex catalog. I'm talking a lot about Rolex today. That I just don't. They give off this vibe of again, just look at me, money, new money. Well, just very flash and diamonds. Because the GMT, you see it. It's got the pave dial, and they get diamonds in different colors, on the bezel, and you kind of think this is a tool watch they're supposed to. Pilots used to use to tell the time in two different time zones. The Submariner used to go down 200 meters, 300 meters, and dive in it, and it's got diamonds and sapphires and rubies, and it's just kind of I get it. They're assets now for the rich and famous, but and people who can, who just know the watches. But I just think that it's just in a little bit in bad taste, having bling out an amazing tool watch like a GMT or a Submariner.
Or a Submariner. Absolutely. Submariner should remain a tool watch and it should be illegal to do anything
it could be gold, I get that, you kind of, but then...
Yeah.
I'm talking a lot about gold. I don't have any gold watches, by the way. Not a two-tone. But then, I just think it's just blinging it out completely. Just kind of just goes that step too far. I think.
Yeah, diamonds on a tool watch. It just doesn't. Doesn't fit well with me. That's all.
No.
Yeah.
So, what are the adventurers wearing? If you saw a guy and he's got like his hiking boots on, he's got his anorak, he's got his rucksack, and you can't quite see his watch. What watch do you think that he's wearing?
Explorer 1.
Explorer 2 or 1, I was going to say, yeah.
R1, yeah. Rolex Explorer, full stop, either or.
Definitely something like probably, or Hamilton or something like that. Depends who he's wearing.
I was going to say Elliot Brown.
That's a great choice.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, and that's like I think the Elliot Brown again is that understated. Like your watches, or like you've done enough research that maybe you have got your lovely watch collection at home, but you're going on an adventure and you want to wear something that is a little bit
tough and rugged.
Yeah, you're right, because I mean it is under the radar. I mean, as you know, I like this military stuff, and I didn't know about. I only knew it a few weeks before we met the guys to found out that it was. What's this? So I just had to investigate and then went to see him. But brilliant.
Yeah.
Very, very.
But so the Hamilton as well, probably a good choice.
Yeah.
The khaki field, that's
khaki field mechanical, absolutely,
definitely. Yeah. Last one though, maybe a Breitling Emergency, depending on how extreme.
Yes, that's right. But make sure one of your
Chronomax as
mates
well.
doesn't press the button or pull the cord for a laugh.
Pull the cord out.
Yeah.
How much did it cost you? Is it £1 or something?
It's the
a lot
cost
more
of
than £1,000.
it's the cost of a service to get it put back together again, which is like maybe it's £800. But if anyone gets called out, say the helicopter comes out, you have to pay, and it's an accident, you have to pay the cost of the rescue, which could be 10,000.
Thousands. Multiple thousands. Yeah.
Wow.
It's not a toy. Definitely not a toy.
Yes. Just remember that, guys. If anyone's got one of those, don't leave it lying about where your little child can pick it up.
And also remember to get, if you buy one pre-owned, remember to get the name changed over on the certificate, because you have to have it registered to your name. So if you ever get one pre-owned, you have to make sure. Yeah.
Have you sold any?
Or if you sell it. Not sort of directly through me. I used to I used to work at Breitling, so I used to see a lot come through.
Right,
and actually, I sat with a watch friend a little while ago, and he was just going through this huge paperwork of huge pile of like watch paperwork and receipts, and he came across the certificate of when he owned a Breitling, and he was like, oh, and it was probably from 10 years ago, and it was signed by my friend who I still speak to now. I'm like, oh yeah.
That's cool.
Okay. Yeah. So if you've got any Breitling emergency stories, let us know in the comments as well about having to pay thousands of pounds to pay for this helicopter bill.
Yes. Has anybody had to use one in emergency? Has anyone had a bill for one that's not been used in emergency? We'd like to hear your stories. Definitely. Yes.
Right.
Brilliant.
So let us know what's your opinion on all these watches that give you that give you those feelings of, good or bad. So we're gonna have to wrap it up there, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
Yes.
And we will see you. But first, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we will see you in the next show. Thank you.
Yes. And remember, everybody, watch your opinion.
What's your opinion?